of you mentioned was about feeling really knowledgeable about what you're going to speak about. And that is absolutely true. You know, one of the things I tell everyone I work with is prepare, rehearse, get to know your material. You know, it will be a very long time before you've got enough kind of material where you can just stand up and speak. Eventually you will. Like really great public speakers, professors, for example, are classic with this. They've been teaching for so long that they've got like almost like a 100-piece puzzle of knowledge. And then when they want to get up and speak in front of someone, they just take 10 of those pieces and they recombine them and they push it out, you know. But they've spent the last like 25 years developing all of this material, so it's a really easy process for them to pull and then almost speak spontaneously. But they're not speaking spontaneously, right? They've got 25 years in their back pocket. So when you're newer, you spend that time, you prepare, you rehearse. Those of you who do debating, you know that. You prepare your arguments, your point of view, your rebuttals. But the thing is, there's a little catch. And one of the things that I am really interested in addition to public speaking, is something called imposter syndrome. And I don't know if any of you have heard of imposter syndrome. Give me some hands of people who've never heard about it. Never heard about it. Okay, cool, right, this is what I thought. You may be very lucky and be pre-feeling imposter syndrome in your career. You may have just started to feel it. But let me tell you a little bit about it and why I think it's important here. So imposter syndrome is not a medical condition. It's very falsely named in that sense. I prefer to call them impostor feelings. And essentially, it's this feeling that you don't know what you're doing, that you're not good enough, but somehow you fooled everyone around you into thinking that you're great. And one day, very, very soon, you're going to get found out, and it's going to be hugely embarrassing. Now that I've said that, how many people identify with that kind of feeling? Yeah, it's great. It's really wonderful. I've had it for a very long time. You're in good company. Now, the reason I bring it up is that I could give a 10-hour talk about that. But the reason it's important here, right, is that one of the things imposter syndrome does is it tells you you don't know enough. You don't know enough to speak. You're not an expert. You're not good enough. And so you have to find this balance for yourself between thinking, actually, I haven't prepared enough and I could do a bit more, and not getting caught in this trap of being like, one more year, one more degree, one more paper, one more talk, one more book I've read, one more thing, and then I will have enough knowledge. As if there's even a thing as enough knowledge, right? We're always constantly learning, and particularly with science, it's always constantly changing. So the thing is you have to be very aware not to, as you kind of go through your academic career, to get caught up in this idea of I'm not good enough, like I don't know enough, I haven't come from the right kinds of schools or the right kinds of backgrounds to be the kind of person that says the kinds of things that other people want to listen to, because that is all here, right? If you've put in some time, if you've prepared, you will always have something to say. And sometimes as you get going, what you're saying might come spontaneously, and that's amazing. So I just want you to think about that balance of, yes, one way to combat nerves is to prepare, but don't fall into this competency trap that imposter syndrome gives you.